You wake up after an amazing night's sleep. You're feeling invigorated, refreshed, energised. What would you like to do first?
Ooh, I think we'll go down to the bar and get some breakfast.
Alright, so you head downstairs into the main tap room of the yawning portal, head over to the bar, and as you approach, you realise that it's not Durnan behind the bar.
What? No Durnan?
No Durnan.
He lives here. The guy's planted here. I think he don't move. So who's behind there?
Well, you walk a bit closer and you can see there's an average height human, slightly rotund, short brown hair, serving drinks, handing out food.
Oh, hello, good morning.
Morning. What can I get you?
What have you got?
Well, we've got some sausages, we've got some nice crispy bacon in the back.
We'll have that, won't we, Wrenick?
What, 2 bacons or 2 breakfasts?
Oh, 2 breakfasts. We're going to be greedy.
Want any drinks?
Yeah, 2 beers, please.
Okie dokie, that's going to be 5 silver pieces, please.
What's your name?
Oh, me? Yeah, I'm Steve.
Oh, there you go, Steve. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Yeah, if you want to just have like a seat, I'll bring it over to you when it's ready.
Oh, brilliant. Come on, Wrenick, let's find a table.
So you start making your way over to try and find a spare table, and as you're walking around, you notice in the corner of your eye, you see someone waving at you.
Who is it?
You look over and you can see Smitty is trying to get your attention.
Oh, Wrenick, let's go over. He might have a job for us.
So you make your way over towards Smitty, and as you get closer, he straightens up a little bit. Ah, Skyden, Wrenick, wonderful to see you. I trust you had a good night's sleep.
Oh, slept like a log after that last night, didn't we, Wrenick?
Please, have a seat.
Oh, right, okay. Smitty, what have you got for us? You got a job?
Yes, well, I have a delivery job.
Oh, yeah. Where are we going?
Well, there's a small town a couple of days south of here called FOUNDRY, and I have a client who usually makes regular trips down there to resupply the local shops, but they're having to rush off on some kind of family business, and they need somebody capable of defending themselves and protecting the goods to actually make the delivery for them.
And how much does this job pay?
Well, because of the elongated time frame, it's a 2-day journey there, it's actually going to pay 80 gold per person per day.
We could do with getting out of town, couldn't we, Wrenick?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we'll definitely take this job, Smitty.
Oh, wonderful. Now, there is an interesting wrinkle to this particular job.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Well, the client you may actually be familiar with.
We don't really know that many people here. Who is it?
Gundren Rockseeker.
What? We did a job there last night. I killed 3 people.
Yes.
Feel a bit iffy about that. What do you think, Wrenick?
You didn't get seen, did you?
Yeah, that's true. No one's seen us, did they? Didn't think about that. Good job you're here, Wrenick. Go on, we'll take the job. We'll take it.
Well, obviously I don't need to give you directions on how to find the Gundren's warehouse.
No, we definitely know where that one is.
So if you make your way down there at your convenience and give my name, I'm sure he'll take it from there.
Oh, thanks a lot for the job, Smitty. We're just going to eat our breakfast and then we'll make our way over there.
So you eat your breakfast, finish your bacon, have a few more drinks, you say your goodbyes to Smitty, and then head out of the yawning portal over towards Gundren's warehouse.
Right, come on, Wrenick. We don't want to leave him waiting. Let's get on.
Oh, yeah, okay, boss, but I did have a thought. Is it a good idea to go the same way that we went last night? Reason being, we may have done a little bit of crime, we might want to avoid going into the same area again. So should we maybe take like an alternate route there or something?
Oh, good idea, Wrenick. Didn't think about that. You're absolutely right.
So, you veer off, and instead of going straight through the trade district, you decide to kind of circle around it by cutting through the dock ward. So you get to the dock ward, and it is absolutely heaving with people. There's sailors, merchants, people just going about their everyday business. It's pandemonium. There's people everywhere.
Oh, that's not good. Too many people about.
What do you want to do?
Is there any side streets or anything?
Yeah, there's plenty of side streets if you wanted to go down one of them. Try and cut out some of the ducking and diving in between people.
Yeah, I think that would be wise under the circumstances. There's still baddies after us. We'll cut down the side streets.
So you head away from the hustle and bustle into a side street. And after a few moments, you begin to notice a familiar vibration.
Oh, that's not good, Wrenick. My sword's vibrating.
Can you see anybody? That looks like they're trying to, kill us.
Can I see anyone?
Roll a perception check for me.
Okay then. That's 20.
For 20, you can actually make out footsteps following you from behind. And as you look ahead, you can see there's a figure walking towards you with a very angry expression on their face.
Ooh,
And they start reaching for their hip.
that's trouble. I'm going for my sword.
As you reach for your sword, you notice that from two other points, two side streets, emerge two other figures, one on either side of you.
Oh, I'm in trouble now.
Okay, so now we roll for initiative. First up, we have Wrenick, who isn't the biggest fan of this situation. It's a little bit treacherous. He's not too sure what to do. So for his bonus action, he's going to look over to Skyden and say, "Boss, what are we going to do?"
Head for the stairs and the boxes.
Oh, right, okay. For his movement, he's going to try and get up those stairs, but it's a bit too far for him to walk around, so he's going to try hopping onto the stack of crates in front of him.
Go on, Wrenick. Those little legs can take you.
So we're going to do an athletics check to see how well he does at this.
Yes, because it'd be like Mount Everest for poor little Wrenick.
I mean, you're not wrong, but how dare you? Anyway, so we're going to roll, and he gets a 9. Oh. So he hops up onto the first crate, no problem, goes to reach the second one, doesn't quite make it, slips, falls down, gets his foot trapped in between two of the crates, and he's stuck there like a sitting duck.
Oh, bait.
Bait.
Oh.
So Skyden, what would you like to do?
I'm going to head towards Wrenick. I'm going to leap over him and go for the stairs.
Okay, give me an athletics check.
17 minus 1, 16.
So you leap onto the first crate, bounce over Wrenick, land on the second crate, hop over onto the top of the stairs, no problem at all. Wrenick gives you a dirty look as you do that.
I should have been in the Olympics.
Alright, so is there anything else you'd like to do?
Get my crossbow out and shoot the guy in the middle.
Okay, roll to attack.
11.
Just misses.
Oh, peanuts.
Now, is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, I'm going to stay here.
Next up is the first of the bandits. So he's going to try and close the gap between yous, and he's going to run straight over to Wrenick and try and whack him with his sword.
Well, I told you he was bait.
So we're going to roll to hit, and he rolls a 4, which is a complete and total miss, lucky for Wrenick. But as his bonus action, he's going to say, "You're dead."
Ooh, that's a bit scary.
Next up, we have one of the other bandits who's going to try and hit you with a crossbow.
Typical.
So let's see if they hit. They roll a 22.
Oh, that definitely is.
So let's roll for damage. That's 9 points of damage to Skyden. They see you trying to shoot their mate next to them, and they didn't like that, so they're going to get their crossbow out, aim it at you, pull the trigger. It's going to go right into your top of your thigh.
Oh, that's painful.
Not looking good, Skyden. Now I'm going to end their turn there, because they're going to stay where they are and try and get you from the same point next round.
Oh.
Next up, we have the bandit who was following you at the back, and they're going to go for Wrenick.
Thank goodness for that.
So they're going to run up and try and take a swing at him. But they roll a 6. So they completely miss. So that's their turn. Next up is the other bandit, who's quite a bit bigger and burlier than the others. He's going to use his bonus action to look over to you and say, "You can't get away from us, Skyden.
Oh my god, it's like a horror film. Why have they all got it in for me?
We're going to make you pay for what you did to my brother."
Oh, I knew I should have got that haircut. Oh my gosh.
He's going to run over to the boxes, and he's going to try and jump up on them to reach you. So he's going to need to do an athletics check to see how well he does at getting up. And he rolls a 5, which is not good enough at all. So he runs over to the crates, hops on the first one, no problem, tries to get on the second one, bit rougher, tries to reach the platform part that you're on. They're just too big, too bulky, he just can't manage it.
Thank goodness for that.
And out of anger and sheer frustration, he's going to take a swing at you with his sword. He gets a 16.
That definitely is.
Okay, so this damage, that's not too bad. He only rolls a 4.
Oh, that still brings me down to 2. I need a health potion sharp.
Oof. Now that brings us back up to Wrenick, who by this time has managed to free his foot. He's going to look around him, see all these bad guys surrounding him. He's going to disengage, try and jump round the remaining crates onto the steps near you, run up a couple of steps that are left and hide behind you and say with his bonus action, "Boss, what are we going to do now?"
We're going to keep going up.
Next up, we have Skyden. What do you want to do?
Well, I definitely need to take a health potion at this point, so I'm going to roll for that.
Okay, see how much you get.
7.
7. Alright, so you get 7 points of health back. What next?
I'm going to move further up the stairs.
Okay, so you've still got an action. Anything you'd like to do?
Yep, I'm going to use my crossbow on that guy over there, the far side.
The one that was following you?
Yep.
Okay, go for it. Roll to hit.
Oh, natural 20, look.
Well done. Alright, so roll for damage.
6.
Alright, so it's 6 times 2 is 12 plus 3.
15.
How do you want to kill this guy?
Yes. I lift my crossbow up. I see him. I'm nervous, but I'm going straight for the throat. I let go, and the arrow goes straight into his throat. The blood spurts out, and he just dies there and then.
Lovely. Well done.
Dead.
So next up we have the first bandit, who's going to try and catch up to you guys, but he's not going to go over the crates. He's going to run round up the stairs, and he's going to take a swing at Wrenick because he's like the nearest one to him. So he rolls to see if he hits, which he does not. He rolls a 6. Completely misses. He must have tripped on one of the steps running up behind Wrenick. For his bonus action, he's going to scream at Wrenick, "Stand still, will ya?"
Oh, at least he's not shouting at me for once.
So next up we have the other bandit, who's going to try and crossbow Wrenick because they see him as an easy target. So roll to hit, and they miss. They get a 14. That doesn't hit.
Oh, good dice for us.
So they aim, shoot, the crossbow bolt goes flying through the air, skims past Wrenick's head and embeds in the stonework wall behind him. And then for the movement, the bandit's going to run off to the side and try and get a better angle for a shot at you.
Sneaky but smart.
Oh yes. So that brings us up to the big guy, who is going to use his movement to get onto the platform where the stairs are just in front of Wrenick. So he hops up onto the first crate, steps over onto the steps, and he's right next to Wrenick. So he's going to take a swing at him. So roll to see if he hits. He gets a 10, which doesn't hit. He's got the height advantage, but Wrenick is a little bit shorter, so he easily dodges underneath the hit.
Nice movement, Wrenick.
So that ends his go, and that brings us back up to Wrenick. Now, Wrenick is not enjoying the fact that he's got a bad guy in front of him and a bad guy behind him. So what he's going to do, he's going to try and jump up onto the next level of the stairs while this big guy's swinging at him and distracted. So we're going to do an athletics check. 17. That'll work. So he's going to dodge underneath the hit from the big guy, and while he's not looking, jump up on the thing, lift himself up, and get in a much safer position. Which brings us back up to Skyden. What do you want to do?
I'm going to get my crossbow out and I'm going for the burly guy right in front of me.
Okay, roll to see if you hit.
18 plus 5, 23.
23? I'd say that hits, yeah. So
Great.
how much damage do you do?
Oh, 6. Direct hit plus me 3, 9.
9 points of damage. So you get your crossbow out, trying to find any kind of exposed bit of flesh or weak areas, pull the trigger, it flings down through the air, gets him right in his hip. He screams out in pain, reaches for the arrow, yanks it out of his side, throws it on the ground in disgust, and just growls at you.
Oh my god, he's so hard.
He's like a Terminator.
He is.
Okay, so you've still got your movement left. Is there anything you want to do with that?
No, I'm going to stay here and cover Wrenick.
Nice. Okay. Next up, we have the first bandit, who is going to try and take a pot shot at Wrenick with their crossbow. So let's roll to see if he hits. He gets a 19, which hits.
Oh, where's he hitting? Where's he hitting?
Well, let's roll damage first. Oh god, 8 points of damage. Sorry, Wrenick. So he gets the crossbow, just as Wrenick kind of straightens himself up after jumping on the platform, pulls the trigger, gets him right in the back calf.
Oh, that's painful.
Wrenick squeals out in pain. Ah! Ow! Dude, what are you doing? Hops back onto the one good foot and tries to pull the arrow out.
Oh, Wrenick's hard as well.
It's just the adrenaline kicking in. Now the bandits still got some movement left, so they're going to run up the stairs and try and get even closer to Wrenick, so that on the next turn they can smack him with the sword. Now that brings us back to the furthest away bandit, who's going to once again try and get you with a crossbow. They've really got it in for you with this crossbow.
I know.
So they're going to roll to see if they hit. Does a 13 hit by any chance?
No, it doesn't, but it might hit the fodder that's coming up the stairs.
Right, okay, so they go to shoot you. It's kind of an awkward angle and you're a little bit far, so you can see the arrow coming. So you just kind of step to one side, swishes past your head. Now for the movement, they're going to be a little bit peeved that they miss, and they try and get a slightly better angle on you for the next round. And that brings us back up to the burly guy, who's going to walk the few feet over to Wrenick, raise up his sword, and he's going to try and hit him. Oh, Wrenick is in such a bad spot. So roll to hit. 11. That misses. Oh, thank God for that. Right, so he brings the sword up, goes to swing it down on Wrenick, but he sees it coming, just manages at the last possible second to spin round on his good leg as the sword goes swishing past him, and he can feel the gust of wind coming off of it.
Oh, good job he moved. It'd have been in 2.
It would have been nice. So we're going to end his turn there, and next up we have Wrenick. Now Wrenick is not enjoying all the attention he's getting, so he's going to use his full movement and his dash action and run up the stairs past you, straight along the platform like you're on, like the Roadrunner. Meep, meep, vroom. And as he does that, what you can see is there's 2 doorways leading into the building. He's going to get to the first one. He's going to use his bonus action to smack on the door as loudly and as quickly as he can. Let us in! Let us in! Open up! Open up!
Is anyone opening up?
There's no answer.
Peanuts.
And that brings us back up to you again. So Skyden, what would you like to do?
I'm going for the big burly guy. I'm hoping to take him out.
Okay, how do you want to do it?
Crossbow in hand.
Okay, so roll to see if you hit.
11 plus 5, 16.
That hits. Okay, so roll for damage.
5 and 3, 8.
How do you want to kill this guy?
Oh yes. I'm going to get my crossbow up. I'm going to aim it right at his eyeball.
Right at his eyeball?
Yeah, and it's going to go in his eyeball, to his brain, kill him dead.
Gruesome, but lovely.
Yes.
So that's another bad guy off the table.
Yep.
Right, so you've still got movement left.
I'm running after Wrenick, following him.
You're going to book it after Wrenick.
I certainly am.
Right, so you move your full 30 feet backwards over to Wrenick, and that ends your turn. So next up, we have the bandit that's running up the stairs after you. Now he's going to take his full movement and the dash action to catch up to you. So he's right up next to you now, and he's going to use his bonus action to shout out, "I'm going to make you pay for what you've done to my friend!" But that's going to end his turn. So that brings us over to the other bandit who's been trying to pepper you with crossbow bolts. Now they're not going to be able to see you because the distance is too far and there's obstacles in the way. So they're going to run off and try and find a better vantage point. They're going to try and get up higher. So it's Wrenick's turn now. And he's going to look around his surroundings, take a moment to try and figure out what to do. He's going to see some barrels stacked up near the doorway beside him. He's going to jump up onto the barrels and try and jump up onto the roof. But he's going to have to do an athletics check, I think. Ooh, 12. That's not so bad. So he reaches up, does a little jump, grabs hold of the timber frame of the roof, manages to yank himself up there, stand up straight. For his bonus action, he's going to shout over to you, Boss, I think I found a way.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
Skyden, what would you like to do?
I'm going to follow Wrenick and get up on this roof.
Okay, so you need to roll an athletics check for me to see how you do getting onto the roof.
Yep, 11.
Okay, so you jump up, grab hold of the wooden frame, lift yourself up. Seconds later, you're next to Wrenick on the roof.
Whoa, a bit dizzy, bit height sickness, but I'm there.
So now it's the bandit who's chasing after you guys, and he's going to follow you. So he's running over, do an athletics check for him. He gets a 16, jumps up no problem at all, and now he's right in front of you two. So Wrenick's turn next, and you know what he's going to try and do?
What?
He's going to try and push this guy off the roof.
Oh yes, go on Wrenick.
Right, let's see how that goes. So we're going to roll a strength check.
Yep.
To see if he manages it. Wrenick rolls 17 total. Bandit rolls a 5. This guy's doomed. Wrenick reaches over, shoves the guy with all of his might, sends him toppling backwards. He falls off the edge, smacks his head off the barrels below you, bounces off, topples down to the ground, and splatters on the floor.
Oh, nice move, Wrenick's like a little bowling ball.
Alright, so that brings us out of combat because the other bandit has run off somewhere. So, what would you like to do?
What can I see? Is there anywhere I can get down, up?
Roll a perception check for me.
Okay. 18.
So you look around, and the roof that you're on kind of goes over in two different directions. One, you can't really see much because it's a drop-off, but the other direction, you can see it heads upwards to the even higher up roof.
I'm going there.
And you get up there, and you can see the whole surrounding area now.
Is there anywhere else I can jump to another building?
In front of you, there's a lower part to this roof, and there is another building adjacent.
That's where I'm going.
Alright, so you shimmy yourself down the side of this roof, and you get to the end. There's a bit of a jump, but it's nothing you can't handle. You make it no problem, and you find yourself in an open air beer garden type area.
Well, what can I see now?
There's a couple of doors, presumably the way off the balcony, and there's a staircase that leads further up.
Take me up the stairs.
So you go up the stairs, Wrenick in tow, and you find yourself at another doorway.
I'm getting over the stairs. I'm going around the other side of the roof.
So you follow the roof round, and eventually you come to the end of this building's roof, and there's another gap, another jump that you'd have to do to get to the next building over.
It's like the Matrix. I'm going over. Just jump me.
You dash as fast as you can, leap at the last possible moment, legs kicking in the air, Matrix style. You arc across the gap, land, duck, roll, land perfectly, no problem at all.
Wrenick's go.
Wrenick's go! Wrenick sees you, gets excited, just like the guy out of Hot Fuzz, backs up a bit, does the run up, leaps, and it all seems going perfectly for the first few seconds. Then it almost looks like he's not going to make it. He starts to panic midair. He lands on the very tip of the banister, slips a little bit, and he face plants straight onto the top of the building, safely, alive, but nowhere near gracefully.
Wrenick, are you okay? You okay?
Oh, yeah. Just give me a minute. Ow.
At least we're getting out of here. What else can we see here?
Alright, so you look around. You can see you're in another kind of open air area, but you see there's a trapdoor that leads down.
Ooh, going to the trapdoor.
And as you do, your sword starts vibrating.
Oh, trouble.
So you look down towards the trapdoor and it opens. And out steps the bandit from earlier who'd gone off to try and get a better vantage point on you.
Oh, yeah, forgot about him. Peanuts.
So now we need to go back into initiative. So first up is the bandit. And he's going to charge directly to you and try and spear you with their sword. So let's see how that goes. He's going to roll to see if he hits. He gets a 10.
Oh, he doesn't hit.
So you see him coming, you dodge to the side, but the sword just skims past your hip. So next up, we have Wrenick, who is going to jump up on the table, run over, and try and smack him right on top of his head with his warhammer. But he's going to do it with two hands to try and do a bit extra damage.
Ooh, go on then.
And let's see if he hits. 14, that hits. Right, damage. Oh, beautiful. Gets 9 points of damage.
Yes.
Raises up his warhammer, two-handed, smacks it down with all of his might right on top of the bandit's head. Skyden, what would you like to do?
Well, while he's like rolling around dizzy, I'm just going to stab him with my sword and finish him off.
Alright, so roll to see if you hit.
Yeah, it's 16.
That definitely hits.
And 9.
9 points of damage. How do you want to kill this guy?
I just get my sword straight in his heart. Dead.
Quick, ruthless, efficient. I love it. Right, so bandit's dead. What would you like to do now?
I want to get out of Dodge and get to Gungeon's warehouse as quick as I can. What's the quickest way down?
You look around and you can see that the roof that you're on has a bridge that leads to an adjoining building. So if you were to go down there, you might be able to find a quick way down.
Going there.
Right, so you make your way across the bridge onto the next building. You get to the edge of it and you look down and you can see there's canopies that you could jump down onto. You could make your way from one to the other down to the ground if you wanted to.
That's what I'm going to do. Come on, Wrenick, let's go.
Right, so you jump onto canopies, making sure not to bang your head, watching out to make sure that Wrenick makes it okay. After a few minutes, you find yourself back on ground level.
Wrenick, are you okay? You look a little bit beaten up.
I'm holding together, should be good.
Right, okay. Do you remember where Gungeon's was?
Yeah, I think so. And he takes a moment to get his bearings. Yeah, it's down that way. And he points off down the street.
Okay then, that's the way we're going to go. Let's carry on and get to Gungeon's.